Hey everyone, welcome to Man Crafting. I'm Chad, and today we're going to talk about the fake Yeti. Yes, there are counterfeit Yetis out there, and some of you are going to be excited about that, and some of you aren't. So let's go into this and see what we can find to determine which one's which. So here is the Yeti that I ordered online. I had seen a lot of posts on a couple of different Facebook pages saying that there was Yetis on sale on Amazon for, I want to say it was like $13. It was super cheap. And I thought, there's no way that Yeti's selling their product for a third. It just seems too good to be true. And as it turns out, it is too good to be true. Now, there's a couple of things that are really obvious to me. Without even having a real Yeti in front of me, I noticed almost immediately. The first is, this label is extremely glossy. On the Yeti, it's almost like they have a thicker cardboard type material. It's flat. The second thing I noticed is that the actual label looks different, and I'm going to show up close what I mean by that. Probably have to trim that out. So even if they're 100% the same weight, everything about them is the same, there's something different on the label. Now here's the next thing I noticed. The fonts are different. Even if you look at the front label, you can tell that. And the way the label's printed is different. And I called Yeti. I said, hey, what's going on? I see these Yetis on Amazon for $13. Is this a Yeti product? They said, no, they're counterfeit. When you flip it upside down, they both say designed in Austin, Texas, made in China. And they give there's a number 051-6282-302 and 2216-282-2302. Now I don't know if those numbers are real, but if you look at this in the light, you're going to notice there's a difference in the sheen of the two, in addition to the fact that there's kind of like dents right here. And initially I was of the mindset that possibly these were just factory seconds that didn't make the cut for Yeti. And what made me believe that was, if you look at Yeti, and I've powder coated a lot of these, even though Yeti doesn't want me to. I've powder coated a lot of these, and when I line up the logo, the top here, the E and the E, the Y and the Y, the T and the T, these two logos are lined up. So basically, you go here and you drink, and you can read it on the bottom. So with this one, if you're looking at the logo and you flip it up, the first thing you notice is that this is crooked, and I thought, all right, this could be a factory second. Maybe it didn't make the cut. You got the Yeti on a little bit crooked. Yeti said, hey, that doesn't meet our standard, and they refused them. Let's go a little deeper. If you look at the tops, they're not exactly the same. They look very similar, but you'll notice that this one has sort of a blue tint to it. So that's a little bit different. Okay, this is the fake Yeti on this side. The gasket actually seems very much the same. Now let's look on the inside. We got a Yeti sticker. And then take a close look at that. First of all, the fonts are just slightly different. The cover is completely different. This says Yeti Rambler Tumbler, stainless steel vacuum insulated, part of the Yeti Rambler series. This one, Yeti Rambler, stainless steel, vacuum insulated. Open it up. Again, this is a flat, matte finish. This is high gloss. Has a lot of the same information, but this one, I mean, as long as I've been buying Yetis, they've always had this more earthy, flat type of finish on their inserts. This one's completely folded, and this one, it's sort of half folded. It's not even, I mean, this one will, I can spread that one out, but it's just not, I mean, it's like they took half the time to try to fold it. But there you go. So those are a couple, the glossiness of this, the glossiness of the labels versus this label. Even the color, if you look at the color on this, it's different. And the other thing is, on this label, there's glue on the inside that holds this in place. On the Fetty, the fake Yeti, this spins around. There's no glue on the inside. It might have a lot of the same info, but no glue. Actually, this one had a sticker in it. So, built for the wild. And I have to look around. I might have another built for the wild sticker that we can compare. Okay, so I was able to find a Yeti built for the wild. Check this out. It's completely flat. This one's not. This one's got kind of a sheen to it. This one really is much more flat. Colors are pretty close, but if you look here, when you're ripping someone off, if you're scanning it or something like that, there's going to always be a little bit difference. If you look here, there's a little bit more area that's whited out. This is more closed in, and the lettering on frigid and tough, just a little bit more on this one, the real one. It's just slightly better quality than this. It's like this was a copy of this. Anyway, so there you go. Fake Yeti versus a real Yeti. If you don't care what the cost is, or you don't, matter of fact, the other thing is, this is it's a lot bigger to me. I don't know, there's something just, yeah, it's like, even the lines around the outside edge here, these are smooth and these are kind of rough. It's just different. It's pretty close, but it's not the same. Wild sticker that we can compare. The very last thing. This one comes with the Yeti catalog and the full line of different Yeti products. And I'm guessing that this is a fairly expensive piece of advertising to produce. You know, probably like 50 cents. And when you're talking about something that's being shipped from China for about $13, that's a lot of money. This one, nothing. So it's missing that third critical piece. I don't know, as soon as I pulled it out of the packaging, because I've handled so many of the actual Yeti products, I knew immediately that there was a difference. But until I got my hands on a real one, I couldn't tell you things like the tint on the tops are different. So there you have it. Some of you are going to be super excited that you can get something that's branded with the Yeti name for under $15 shipped directly to your house. Some of you are going to be ticked off that you paid $40 for a Yeti and somebody else is selling one for $13. Some of you are going to be upset that you sell Yeti for $40 and someone's ripping off your product. I'm sure that there's all kinds of people on all sides of this issue. I don't know. I think if I owned Yeti, I'd be pretty upset. I'm kind of ambivalent to the whole thing. But I ordered one just to see if it was the real thing. I didn't want to order or invest a bunch of money into these and find out that I was getting ripped off. So anyway, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. If you did, please like it. If you have any questions or comments, please comment down below. And as always, thanks for watching this video. If you find it useful, please subscribe. The more people that subscribe, the easier it is for me to spend time making videos like this one. Have a great day.